Here's a quick backup. Happy Valley coming up again on Wednesday night after racing there last Sunday. Welcome to Racing to Win, where we have the 9 races all covered for yet another night at the City Circuit. Joined on the panel by Paul Lally and Tom Wood. And Tom, it was a Zach Purton fest there on Sunday.
Certainly was, Mark, and he's looking to pick up where he left off from Sunday afternoon there at Happy Valley with those 5 winners, of course, and 5 other place getters. So if you followed Zach, hopefully you made plenty of money on Sunday and you're looking to follow up again. Pretty even card through the course of the night. Race 8, race 9, I think, is certainly the best of them. And I think Manfred Mann's got a couple of interesting first starters.
He does, and Zach rides both of them as well. We'll hear from the man himself very soon. Firstly, though, Paul Lally, you've got some jackpots for us too.
Yeah, triple trio jackpot of 1.6 million and also 6 up win bonus of 3 million. So a couple of decent jackpots there. And Zach's been blessed with some very good draws on Wednesday night. So we'll see if he can keep his momentum going.
We're getting towards the midpoint of the season, Tom. Having a look at the Jockeys Premiership, Joe sitting at that 6-meeting suspension. He'd built up a big lead, but Zach certainly did pull a number back on the weekend.
Yes, I think it's still certainly game on as we encroach on halfway. It is meeting number 44 this coming Wednesday night, and he's trimmed the margin back well and truly. Of course, Joe's still got another 5 meetings to sit out, Paul, so we could see a change up front.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see what happens in these next 5 meetings. He's definitely got plenty of really good chances coming up. But good to see Alexi Bedell there. He's having a good season. 26 wins there for him.
One in front of Matthew Chadwick, who is also having a good season. Well, we're going to start the show. It's a good time for Zach's son's Cash to be having his dad win 5 at Happy Valley last Sunday. He turned 5 on this Tuesday, Cash Purton. But here is Dad with his thoughts on his current form.
Recently for you, obviously the 5-timer at Happy Valley was excellent. I don't think you were out the first 3 actually in all of your rides on Sunday just gone. A great day's work.
Yeah, it was. All the horses presented themselves at the top of the straight, and you know, every one of them at some stage looked like they were going to win the race. Of course, some of them got beaten, some of them got run down, but a few were able to win as well. So hopefully now I can get the ball rolling and keep it going through to the end of the season.
Put you 13 behind Joe, obviously he's out, that's well documented. It's been an up and down sort of season. You obviously had a bit of time out, he's now got a bit of time out. How important is this period now for you to capitalise on that deficit?
Oh, it's very important. Obviously I want to get as close as I can to him while he's out. You know, it's just going to depend on what type of rides I can get. And as time goes on, physically I'll continue to get better as well. I'll continue to get fitter, and my weight will come down a little bit more, and it'll be easier for me to ride 120 than what it is at the moment when I've really got to push myself. So if I can get the momentum, my body feel good, my weight gets right, and the weather warms up, hopefully it all comes together at the right time, and then we can just get on with it.
Zach, you've had a lot of success here in Hong Kong. That obviously goes without saying, that record. The fact that you've won every Group 1 on the calendar, how important now for you is a championship? I mean, some jockeys seem to, you know, if you can give them the offer and the opportunity, would you take a Melbourne Cup over a championship? And some will, you know, go either way. But how important now is a championship for Zach Purton always?
It just depends what position the jockeys are in at the time, right? If they've won some championships, they want to win a Melbourne Cup, then they take the Melbourne Cup. At the moment, I'd probably take a Melbourne Cup over a championship, but I'm not going to be able to do that. I don't have that choice. It's not as easy as that. But I'm here in Hong Kong, and the championship's what I'm going to try and win. So hopefully the trainers, the owners can get behind me, give me some support, and you know, make a nice race for it. It'd be nice, like it was a couple of years ago when Joe and I went down to the last meeting. And it's competitive in that manner. That's good for racing. It's good for everyone. It's good for us. It's good for our competition. So let's hope it does get tight, and hopefully I can prevail in the end.
He'll never have to buy another watch, Tom. Plenty of Longines in the Purton cupboard at home, but he's also got a lethal book of rides on Wednesday night.
He's got a whole wardrobe just for the Longines watches that he does have. For Stoltz, he looks to be a strong winning chance in that first race. Dragon Pride, but unlucky last start. Don't mind Joyful Genius as well. Party Warrior, I'm keen on him. There's Lucky Swain S, Paul. He's been trialling well, and I think he's certainly a chance.
Yeah, look, and the other 2 as well, both chances. So he's got chances with every ride. I mean, Joyful Moods had 5 trials to get him ready, and Helene Wisdom Star there, 2-time course and distance winner. So yeah, he's got plenty of good chances once again.
All right, that's enough about Zach. We'll move on to the rest of the meeting right now and what is coming up on Wednesday night with racing on the B course. So the rail out from the A course of Sunday to the B course for meeting 44 of the season and 9 turf races, of course. The first race gets underway at 6:45. The 2 races that we are going to preview here. Two Class 3s, the Kowloon Park Handicap and the Victoria Park Handicap. Firstly, though, the 1200 metre Class 3. And we have got Diamond Brilliant, who was really disappointing last time. He's a whole lot better than that. Draws barrier 3 for Harry Bentley and Benno Young. Transcendent, Alfie Chan takes a £5 claim. Gold Chest goes from the Sha Tin 1000 to the Happy Valley 1200. All in Mind has the hood coming off. We have got Party Warrior drawing a gate 1 and carrying an extra £2 for that last start second. Further down, Quadruple Double was held up at Sha Tin last time. Equilibrium Turbos had a trial, and importantly, Tom, he jumped a whole lot better in that trial than what he did at his first 3 race starts here in Hong Kong, which means on the speed map, Equilibrium Turbo still settles at the back.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do if he jumps away cleanly or not. He's back to that 1200 metre starting point, which has obviously caused him a few issues so far, but he did jump better in his trial. Paul, Quadruple Double, he likes to go forward. He was handy last start. A smile like yours, another one that can race handy. Probably, ideally, would be likely wanting to be positioned one place further back than he actually is there.
Yeah, exactly. But from barrier 9, I just wonder if he might not have the choice, because he might have to try and cross Flaming Passion, who's got barrier number 6. So you're right, he probably would want to be there if he could be. Diamond Brilliant's drawn well inside, so he should get a nice run. And also Party Warrior from barrier 1 won't be far away either. But he does race better when he comes slightly off the pace.
We're going to start with the horse that's 3 back and 1 off on the speed map. That is Gold Chest, Paul. This is last time down the straight at Sha Tin in the race, which Metro Warrior won on protest.
He did. Look, he's only had 2 goes at Happy Valley. He hasn't done too much there. He has run pretty well down the straight 1000 in the past, has won down there as well. I'm just not totally convinced Happy Valley's the right course for him, but it's hard to say because he's only had the 2 runs.
Yeah, he's boxed on sort of okay next to like that over the final stages. Of course, does go around in the first race, but just in this sort of race, I found it hard to find a spot for Gold Chest here.
A smile like yours, Tom. He's a consistent little horse. Here he is last time. He covered ground again here. He's a horse that seems to cover plenty of ground most time he goes around Happy Valley.
Yeah, he's always there or thereabouts, isn't he? A smile like yours. He's already won 4 times this season, placed on 4 other occasions as well from his 10 starts. So he's only missed a top 4 position on those 2 occasions, Paul. He wasn't too far away here, just was tiring late, but I think he's a back end for the quartet chance in this race.
Yeah, I didn't get him in the end. I just wonder if he'd reached his mountain, because he won those 2 in a row, and then the next 2 have just been okay.
That was Rewarding Together, who's well above average, winning that race. Now we're going to pick this race up, Paul, from about just outside the 800 metre mark, and you can see how far back Party Warrior is. He's got a really good draw this week. He's come up the favourite, and he makes a lot of late ground in this. Yeah,
it was a really good run from him, and he's obviously the one to beat, Party Warrior. Flaming Passion, you can see him on the pace there. He's a horse who comes in with the light weight. So, look, I give him a little bit of a chance as well on a minor line. I've got them both in, but Party Warrior, look, it was a very good run from him.
Yeah, from barrier 10 he'd go a long way back, and he produced a good turn of foot here once he swings into the straight and gets balanced up. So I think he's one of the big chances. He got right to the outside and really unleashed powerfully. Zach Purton goes on board for Francis Loy. Of course, they teamed up on Sunday. And Flaming Passion, he just got a little tired late. He's had 2 runs in Class 3, hasn't been able to finish in the top 4 in any of those. But I'm going to throw him in here just with the lightweight again to see what he can do, because he actually wasn't too far away there last start, but very keen on Party Warrior.
A bit like Flaming Passion, he too's only had the 2 starts in Class 3, and that was his first placing in the grade for Party Warrior. Finally here, Tom, ahead on of Quadruple Double and also the side shot. This was at Sha Tin last time. There was plenty of money for him, and there wasn't a whole lot of room for a good part of the home straight here.
Yeah, well, he's stacked up behind them here, behind Flying Bonus in particular, who's actually not going anywhere really in a hurry. Wasn't really able to get him through until sort of the last 2:20 or so, when the gap appeared there to the inside of Mighty Vela. He hasn't been too far away here, Paul, but just wonder if Happy Valley is his not necessarily his happy hunting ground.
Yeah, I got him in on a minor line as well. I just think they'll probably go the lead this time, so they don't get into that same problem, because he's quite a bit of a free runner, and we know he has led quite significantly in the past. And that when he got caught behind Flying Bonus, I don't think it suited him that well.
That was War of Courage too, to his outside, which was heavily backed and raced well at Happy Valley on Sunday. Selections for the Class 3 over the 1200, Paul.
Yeah, Party Warrior's the horse to beat here, but if Zach Purden has a few winners earlier in the day, he's going to come up really short. So I'm going to go with Namjong Singh, make him the each-way play. The horse comes back to 1,200 metres. He's won off a rating of 68. He's at 72. He's drawn wide, but he gets back anyway. And I think he can be finishing quite fast. So the value play, Namjong Singh's Party Warrior, the favourite in there for second. Quadruple double, if they do go to the front there, I think that'll suit him. And Flaming Passion on the minor line. 5, 8, 9 and 11.
8 on top, it's Party Warrior. I think he can win this race. He's currently short in the market at the moment. We'll see what happens through the course of the evening, but really finished off strongly last start, Party Warrior. Flaming Passionate on a minor line. Little disappointed with Diamond Brilliant last start. He was about midfield and only battled, but he is better than that. Course and distance winner. And the other one I threw in was a Smile Like Yours. A little awkward maybe from Barrier 9. Was beaten 4 lengths last start behind Rewarding Together. 8, 11, 1 and 7.
And that is the preview for race number 6. We are heading to a break here on Racing to Win. Back to check out race number 9 right after this. Welcome back to Racing to Win. This is Hong Kong's twice weekly preview show, and we've already seen race number 6. We move on now to the last on the program, over the 1,650 for the Class 3 Gallopers. Amazing One Plus gets a £3 claim for Jerry Chow at the top of the book. Garitas, he carries an extra £7 for his win over Meaningful Star last time. Helene Wisdom Star blinkers off, the cheek pieces go on, and Kento Prepared is a 5-time course and distance winner. Total Power back up in grey, but his best form has been in Class 4. The Anomaly back from the 1,800 to the 1,650, and World Famous, who was back last time, into 8.4, carries £6 less for the £5 claim by Victor Wong. 1,650 metre race here, Tom. What does the speed map tell us the pace is going to be?
Well, the pace should be fairly good for this race, with horses in it like Red Majesty able to go forward, and to everyone's delight. He's a horse that normally races on the speed from barrier number 4. Handy as well, World Famous. He's a horse that has led in the past. And what about the Anomaly, Paul, from barrier 12? Where does he end up?
Yeah, well, look, he led from over 1,800 metres last time. He's back at 1,650. I think he'll eventually get outside Red Majesty, but he just might have to work a little bit to get there from his draw. Gameplay at times is another one that likes to go forward as well. And Kento Prepared, he won't be too far away either. So, yeah, there's some quite good pace in this race.
And we're going to hear from the rider of Garitas. That was a really big effort from him last time. Nick was at track work and tracked down Derek Long.
Derek, Garitas is a horse that you'll get back on Wednesday night. He was impressive last time when you were suspended. I imagine you're looking forward to getting back on board.
Yes, he's a nice horse and he's keep improving. He's more relaxed in the race and in the morning too, so he should keep improving.
And just on that improvement, you've galloped him a couple of times since that last race. We also galloped him on the turf. How did he feel? Were you certainly pleased with his progression?
Yes, I remember when I first time rode him in the morning, he's quite keen. And yesterday when I get up him on the grass, he is more mature, he's more relaxed, so it's good for him.
And I know obviously you weren't able to ride him last time, which was unfortunate. You would have obviously watched that race. And were you always hopeful and expecting that he could do something like that? I mean, he was very impressive.
We think he had a chance last time, but how he wins is quite impressive. And this time I think he still can win a good race, but he carried the top weight with the tiny horse. Will be a big problem with him. We try to deal with him.
An extra £7 to carry as well. I mean, the fact that he is so progressive, do you feel he is the type of horse that can go forward even with the extra weight?
No, because before he come here, first couple of times, he have a good speed. When he can't finish. So we just try to grab a hold to let him relax, and he learn it. He try to relax more, and which is good for him, and he finished strong. So we stay with that.
Danny Shum trains the horse. I mean, his horses are flying at the moment. Derek, we're halfway through the season now. I mean, great to get on board these Danny Shum horses because they really are red hot at the moment.
Yes, he's a good trainer, and he keeps the horse performance very well, and he's fire at the moment. So I'm very lucky to ride for him and the owner.
And what about for yourself, Derek? Obviously, we are, as I say, this meeting will be the halfway point in the season. Are you pleased with how things have gone for you so far?
Yeah, can't complain. Try to get more nice horses in the right time and try to get winners.
Denny on 26 for the season after that big day on Sunday. Horsey finished there with Tom Garitas. Meaningful stars Frank the form because his effort was good too on the weekend.
Yeah, it certainly was. So this horse here, Garitas, he didn't take too long to acclimatise here. He ran a really good race first up behind My Sugar, and since then he has been able to go on. He was disappointing in one run, but apart from that, Paul, he hasn't put too many bad runs on the board.
No, that's a really good race he won there. As you said, Meaningful Star came out, ran well on the weekend, and the horse that ran fourth in that was Zone D, and Zone D won on the weekend.
He was heavily punted into 2.4 was Zone D. Some opposition that we also need to see. We've seen several out of that first replay, but we've got Invincible Missile here, Paul, and that's him in those purple and yellow colours. Comes up with barrier 10 for the second time in a row.
He gets back anyway, doesn't he, Invincible Missile? He just needs a bit of luck. He gets back and he runs on strongly. So if he gets the pace to suit, which he could do in this race, he'll be finishing off strongly once again. As you can see, a nice run from him, and previous to this, he did win on International Jockeys Night, so horse going well at the moment.
Yeah, I did like the way he was just finding the line. He could have run maybe 5th, 6th there, but he actually stuck his neck out at the end and found the line pretty well. So I think he's certainly a chance again as Invincible Missile.
What about Total Power, Tom? He was good down in grade in Class 4 last time, but he gets back up into this grade and tends to struggle. He's 0 from 20.
Yeah, that's the big concern really with Total Power. 3-time winner from his 26 starts. He won this race easily, but you sort of have to question what he sort of has beaten in this race. One was Amazing News. Loyal Baby hasn't been able to get a win on the board. Run the Table. Sunny Delight still hasn't won yet. So he's treated the opposition here, Paul, but I'm not keen in this grade.
No, I'm with you, Tom. I'm saying, the stats speak for itself here. Strong enough win, but wait till he gets back down into Class 4.
Alfie Chan takes the ride with the claim, coming back up in grade. Now, the anomaly here, Paul, that is him in the black and pink colours. This was 1,800 metres last time. He's back to the 1,650, which in theory should suit him better. And World Famous is just as costly as they come. The money keeps coming for him, and he just doesn't finish the race off.
Yeah, so I haven't got World Famous, and with the anomaly, actually, I haven't got either of them in as well. The anomaly, I just think, is going to have to work a little bit hard from barrier number 12. Back to 1,650 should be OK for him, though. I
thought he looked quite one-paced here in this race too over the final stages, the anomaly, and you can see World Famous, he was just behind him. 2-time winner, he's a tricky horse to catch as World Famous. He was beaten 3 lengths last start behind Cheerful Days, who of course has gone on and won again, but he's just so hard to catch, that horse.
A romantic combo getting through on the rail did win out of that race. And finally, Tom, Red Majesty, just a consistent horse. He does have a wide barrier to overcome as well. We've got, here he is again, World Famous on his outside, and in Kento prepared raced wide in this race, but seemingly only wins for Joe.
He does. Look at Antoine's record aboard him. He's at one ride, just for the one placing, but a 5-time winner is in Canto prepared. He had a bit of a tough run in transit here. This was the race I referred to before with Cheerful Days winning. He stayed on OK here, Paul. Red Majesty, Karis Teton rides, hasn't been too far away, but I think I've got one to beat him here. Yeah, the thing with Red Majesty is how much he has to work from his wide draw to get across, because he is a horse that goes well in the lead. Look, in Canto prepared, I have got him in the numbers. He is a 5-time course and distance winner that's drawn well. All right, so he's in the selections. Paul, who have you put in around him? Yeah, I'm going to go with Garitas. I just think it's a really strong form race that the horse has come out of. I think he can go on and win again. So he's on top. Canada prepared in there for second. An Amazing One Plus comes out of the Garitas race as well. Does get a little claim there with Jerry Chow aboard. And then Helene Wisdom Star. He's a 2-time course and distance winner. Has one off 77. He's now down to 78, and the cheek pieces come off him. So just on a minor line there. 3, 5, 1 and 4. 3 on top as well, and that is Garitas. He was pretty impressive, I thought, when winning last start. Settled towards the rear. He was wide down the side and off the back straight. And in the end, he went away for a pretty easy victory, did Garitas. Over 11, Red Majesty. To everyone's delight, 2-time course and distance winner. He wasn't far away, despite covering a bit of ground down the side last start. And Invincible Missile makes it in as well. 3, 11, 2 and 6. So other than races 6 and 9, Paul, who are some of the better bets on the program? Yeah, it's quite an even card. I think Zach Purdon's going to have plenty of good opportunities throughout the card. Stoltz, I think, can win the first. He'll come up pretty short, but he's going really well, and it was a great win from him last time. Fortune Triple should like the distance, the 2,200 metres. We don't have many of those. Class 5s, Red Impact, another Zach ride. Dragon Pride, a bit unlucky, up to 1,650, another Zach ride. Do like Horse Good Exponential. I think he's well placed from his low barrier draw as well. Spicy Grill is another one that's been going really well recently.
And you can see a race-by-race breakdown of each and every race on the website, hkjc.com. Click on audio and video, and they are all there waiting for you. Paul, we need your best bets, your long shot and to play, please.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Exponential as my best here in race number 5. He's drawn perfectly. He's been very consistent from wide draws. Jerry Chow knows the horse well, so take a little bit of weight off his back as well. I just think he's going to get the perfect run. So race 5, number 1, Exponential. And Namjong Singh's, I think he'll get back and he'll be running on really strongly. Race 6, number 5, Namjong Singh's is the each-way play there. And we'll do the play in Exponential's race with 1, 5 and 9, QQP, Exponential, Blissful Star and Joyful Genius.
Best for me comes up in the 6th race, and it is Party Warrior for Francis Loy and Zach Purton. A really good turn of foot from this horse last start to just miss out on the win, so he's the best in the 6th race, number 8, Party Warrior. SWAT Troopers win. Now, he didn't have a lot of luck last start. He goes around in the 4th race, a pretty open-looking affair. Hasn't placed course and distance, but he has one up to 2,000 metres. Tries 1,800 metres here at Happy Valley, where he has placed in the past over the trip. And Exponential, Captain Long, Joyful Genius, the play in race 5.
Didn't really like his run over 1,800, the anomaly, but coming back to the 1,650 metres here, thought he might be able to work across with Red Majesty, and as long as they don't cut at each other, he'll be on the speed for a long way, and he could just about pinch it. Inestimable, going to make the long shot, done absolutely nothing on race day, but had no luck in his first 2 runs back, and draws barrier 2. Daniel Moore takes the ride, and the play, Ice Legend, Spicy Grill and Inestimable in a QQP. So that has been the preview for Racing to Win, Tom. And of course, you're the man best placed to tell us this morning. Shartin Golden 60 trialled up.
He was looking good down the straight, Mark. Of course, he trialled over the 1,000 metres. You can watch the replay on the website, hkjc.com, and went through the gears late in the piece to win that trial. About a length, I think the winning margin was in the end. And, of course, it was announced on Monday that he's headed towards the City Hong Kong Gold Cup over the 2,000 metres, Paul, in a fortnight, just less than 2 weeks' time. Yeah,
they've gone for the 2,000 over the 1,400 metres there. So Sky Darcy's in there as well, the Derby winner. He's going to have a go at 2,000 as well. So it should be a good race.
He trialled this morning as well. That has been Racing to Win. We will see you at Happy Valley on Wednesday night for the first at 6:45. Bye-bye.